Hello, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. Well, as of the recording of this video, we have seen a Bitcoin move up to $14,389 per Bitcoin. It's been quite an explosive ride for the cryptocurrencies, and this is actually my Coinbase account, and you can see how much I have in Bitcoin here is actually from sort of a joke video I did about the cryptocurrencies, and somebody sent me 50 cents worth of Bitcoin, and look how much I profited. Wow. So pretty interesting indeed, and pretty exciting ride. And you can see here's this rocket ship here. I've not done any buys or sells at all. But with that being said, I'm kind of scared, and as you know, I've done previous videos, and I think scared is really an apropos word as the price keeps going up, because the whole fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and all these acronyms that are out there. I've heard of several others about the cryptocurrency markets, and this is one of those cases where the higher the price goes, if you buy, is it going to crash? Or if I were to get in now, will it go up even higher? Some people are saying $25,000 of Bitcoin. I think that's the highest number that I've heard a semi-professional talk about for Bitcoin. Or will it crash? Will it go higher? Is this a good time to get in? Who knows? And not only that, with the cryptocurrencies, but we also have silver and gold. And we know that's where most of us here in this community lie. But there's a lot of members here of the community who have dabbled in both and have used profits from Bitcoin to buy gold and silver. Well, as a sponsored video, I was contacted by Silvertoken, and this company is unique because they are providing an alternative, kind of like what gold money was. I remember first hearing about gold money when it was called BitGold some time ago, and they had some issues, but it was at the time it was Gold Bear Bunny who told me about it, mentioned it, and he actually showed some pieces of gold that he actually had redeemed. And the idea was good because it used the digital currency that was redeemable for gold. Well, this company, Silvertoken, is just getting off the ground here, and they are working using silver as the foundation. And so here's their white paper on this, and I thought this is quite interesting when they contacted me about this. I did ask a lot of questions, and as you know, as is the case with a lot of the cryptocurrencies out there, there's so many different kinds, and they all have their own kind of selling points. They're all run off the blockchain, and so I had a lot of questions and wanted to see how this works. And so they provided and wrote this white paper, and it answered my questions. So I'm kind of wanting to go through this, as it may be a viable option for those of you who want the confidence of the backing of precious metals that aren't just stored somewhere where you can't have access to them, because these people will actually sell you silver. So they could, in a sense, be a bullion dealer, but they want to make sure that the ability to have this liquid asset here, of the hard tangible asset of silver, at your beck and call if you so needed it. But the more important thing is to be able to use their token, their silver cryptocurrency, as a way to buy goods and services, or the way you would use Bitcoin. So this is what this is about. I'll kind of go through this, and we'll kind of take a look at how it works. It's essentially a decentralized cryptocurrency that is your receipt for real silver. It's built on the Ethereum blockchain, using the ERC20 token standard. So the Ethereum blockchain is obviously, as you saw with the Coinbase, it is a recognized blockchain entity, and Ethereum is one of the top three, with Litecoin and Ethereum, that Coinbase actually trades with, and other exchanges as well. Silvertoken will act as a hedge against instability in both traditional and cryptocurrency markets. And really, I think that's key. And that was what kind of got my attention in talking with these folks, because with Bitcoin going crazy in price, who knows? And with all the forks going on, it makes it even more difficult to figure out what's going to happen. Because what's going to happen with Bitcoin Cash? What's going to happen with these other forks? Are they going to compete? Are they going to gobble up the traditional Bitcoin? And these are supposed to be better as these go on. Well, what better way to have a backing of your blockchain of your ledger than silver? To me, that's the ultimate arbiter. If you can get that to work, I think that these people could be onto something here. Its price will be relatively stable, will have steady long-term growth. So here's how it works according to the white paper. The purchase of one silver token during the discounted rate period represents 1 troy ounce of 3/9 pure silver based on the current price of the London Bullion Market Association, plus a fee to cover cost. The vast majority of funds received from users are used to purchase silver, with a small percentage used to further expand our technology, app, and debit card. So we see that there are some of this funds will be used to purchase silver. So it's going to add to their essentially their reserve. It's like the governments hold gold, in their holdings, like we hold gold in Fort Knox. I know some people don't believe there's actually gold in Fort Knox, and we'll get to that later with these folks with silver tokens. Does the silver actually exist? That's a question I had, and how can we be sure of it? After the discounted rate period, silver tokens becomes tradable on the cryptocurrency exchanges and redeemable for real silver. So the best of both worlds there. All transactions between wallets and on exchanges are charged a 1% fee. 70% of this fee is used to purchase more silver. That means that the amount of silver represented by each silver token will grow over time. The remaining 30% of the 1% fee is divided among various operational expenses such as technology, development, and silver storage costs, which makes sense. That, and again, as someone who's not as articulate in the world of cryptocurrencies, I don't know what if this 1% fee. It seems like that's a pretty good deal, and considering that 70% of it goes to purchase more silver, it seems like you're making the system more stable and stronger and worth more. So here the question is asked, why is there a need for a commodity-backed cryptocurrency? Well, we all know that the financial markets can currently at historic highs. Most analysis see a major correction in the near future, and currency is no longer safe. And commodities like gold and silver offer safe havens for wealth storage in times of financial uncertainty because they are durable, limited in supply, and hold intrinsic value. And but there are some disadvantages. Obviously, they're not portable, and really you can't use them. And that's where this silver token could come into play. And that's always kind of vexed most of us in the precious metals community, is we really can't spend, go out and just spend a Morgan dollar or a silver eagle or a 10-ounce bar or a 5-ounce bar. And so there's where the advantages of the cryptocurrencies come into take place, if you can have some faith in them, as far as, as long as they're redeemable and usable as an actual currency. And so here we go. And then, of course, silver has dipped in prices that we've seen since 2013, as this chart shows. And then they're in their introductory period, they're offering some discounted rates to get involved in this. But we'll come back to this white paper. This article talks about Silvertoken as a stabilizing force, as the unstable world of cryptocurrencies. And quite an interesting article here that talks about their business model, and then their website, which is silvertoken.com here. Gives you options to buy silver, and it talks a little bit about how it works. And there's a video. I'm not going to play that video, but you can go on their website and watch and take a look at that video. And so it's I think in theory, and upon looking at this and looking at the benefits and uh, and looking at how it works on the surface, it makes sense to me as something as a way to um, possibly get involved in the cryptocurrencies with a backing of hard precious metal. Now, they know, and I talked to these folks and I said that I'm not just going to just fully endorse any kind of cryptocurrency just because it's redeemable for silver. So I asked, I told them I wanted to approach this in such a manner with sort of a skeptical look because anything that humans touch, you know, um, or even that computers touch can be corrupted and the like. But one of the biggest problems and issues that I think most of my viewers will probably say, and because I've heard it time and time again, and I believe it, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. And that's why they have this option to be able to buy the silver. And the thing is every one of these that you buy, it is represented by silver, as you mentioned. You buy one silver token, and it is equals to 1 troy ounce of 3/9 pure silver. Now, how do we know that that's for sure that's going to happen? Well, they have a vault that's stored that where all the silver is going to be stored in 100-ounce bars, and they're going to start with RMC silver, Republic Precious Metals, are and these bars, these 100-ounce bars, are going to be serialized. Now, they may expand to other brands of bars down the road, but you will be able to purchase these bars, and you will be able to see them. They will be able to provide photographic evidence in time. I think they're still working on that. They're still working on the vault and how it's going to be stored, because they're going to have to pay storage fees and manage it, just like obviously the same thing with any kind of storage would be. Um, but the thing is, it's about that hard asset, because you think about it. It's called Silvertoken. They understand it's redeemable for silver. It's in their logo here. It's what their foundation is. They believe in the hard assets too, but they also believe in the technology that will essentially become part of what we're going to see in the future. It's inevitable. Whether or not Bitcoin crashes, the blockchain, which is a technology that basically reads the ledgers and transactions, that is going to be around. That's new technology. It's going to be perfected. Obviously, there's problems with it in some cases, but I think that you're going to see it places and governments. I think you're going to see governments move to the blockchain, central banks move to the blockchain, and so, just as we had in the old days when we had our currency backed by gold and silver, and you could literally take a silver certificate and get yourself to the bank and grab yourself 0.77 ounces or what have you of silver, so is the case with Silvertoken, as you will be able to actually redeem it for silver. And or so it's you could just buy silver from there. I don't know. It's how this whole thing works. They have a frequently asked questions page here that goes through this thing. And I'm not going to go through all this, but I think it's quite an interesting situation here and concept. And they are in the beginning stages, and so I would just encourage my viewers just to take a look at it and see if it's right for them. It may not be right for everyone. Um, I know for myself, I'm not in a position to where I'm going to start using cryptocurrencies right now. Um, but in time, as it moves, this is probably one of the first places I look for something where I'm going to actually use it for trading, for actually purchasing goods and services. If you have something that's backed by a real metal, that in the worst case scenario, you can cash it out for the actual hard asset, silver. So very interesting indeed. Take a look at it, poke around, see what you think. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to y'all for watching and encourage you to please rate, comment, and subscribe.